Hello,
I make
everybody.
my way.
To the top of the
Yeah.
shitty mountain, or at the bottom of the goddamn bay. So yes, whoa, Ghost Fig throwing a wow. Thank you for your Bezos
Wow.
money.
Wow.
With your Prime and subscribed 3 months. Thank you for your trust in my projects. But
Yeah, no.
So,
Hmm.
why such a gloat music? Oh, true. The ending of the last episode, so no special announcement. I'm working on the other campaigns and shipping it down the faction for the Exandria and Star Wars campaign. But for now, who would be willing? Bricks maybe doing the recap? No, the guy who wasn't there?
Something happened.
Try and guess it, and we'll tell you how close you are.
Everyone's dead. Clearly.
Close enough.
This time.
Quite honestly, I have no idea. There are so many stupid things that could have happened while I wasn't paying attention. Which is saying something, because if I was there and paying attention, there would be even more stupid shit.
They were drunk people.
Oh, well, that just follows, really. So I have no idea. I'm very curious, honestly.
I saw that Discord screen.
I know.
Yeah.
And why I have to close it and then poop, fuck, it popped up.
Well, we finally learned what Mother Bowen's trauma was.
True that.
What do you think it was?
No guesses?
No guesses? No?
No, because I don't even know what that is.
Trauma?
Her trauma? She had trauma?
No, that's the issue.
See, exactly. I'm like, wait, Mother Bowen had trauma?
Yeah, it's us.
Yeah,
See, that I believe.
yeah. The premise was any adventurer has some form of trauma, so we couldn't figure out Mother Bowen's.
I mean, you say that, but I've made it like my mission to make so many characters without trauma. I mean, I failed with Bricks, but, try again later.
There's no way Bricks could not have trauma with Squish Flash.
Oh, Bricks has trauma, absolutely. As I said, I failed miserably.
All right. So,
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say we did shopping.
It's good.
We shopped, got ourselves some stuff and things.
It's true.
Specifically things. And a little bit of stuff. And then I grabbed my wrong notes books. So this is I started almost reading about Ari's Ranger on our Wednesday game, so
Well, tell us all about the Rangers.
Oopsie.
I have too many games. But what's his face? Little dwarf, cutie, the one that we like.
Hermit? Goblin?
Goblin.
Goblin?
Not a dwarf.
Yeah, he's
No,
goblin.
He's a goblin.
You know what? The conversation from before stream is plagued my life now.
And everyone who's viewing, do not ask about the conversation that happened before. You do not want to know.
No. Yes, Dermot showed up. He was distraught. And his group has descended into
The Netherdeep.
the Netherdeep. And he has asked us to aid him in retrieving them, preferably safely.
Let's do that. I want to go to the Nether Beach.
That could be your beach episode now.
Yeah, that's my thing. We're talking about how much we need a beach episode. So.
It's for our mental health,
Yeah, but yeah, it was mostly like shopping because I got my mithril plate, so I don't have disadvantage on stealth anymore.
I have my vial of blood.
Yeah, and we trained as well with various people around the Cobalt Soul, so we could get proficiency in an extra skill.
You
I
must
know
be swift
Bricks-
as a coursing river.
Yeah.
Beach.
Literally.
Yeah, and then we discussed trauma, And then, yeah, Dermot
Yeah.
was all like, "Oh my god, my friends, they're being stupid and are headed into the Netherdeep. Can you help me knock some sense into them? Please, we need to get the rudium weapons to do things."
Basically, I was mad. Oh, sorry, I lost a limb.
Yeah. I was mad that we're actually being like good.
Wait, no.
And
Wasn't it Ivan who lost
It's
the limb?
Ivan who
But-
lost the limb.
Yeah.
Irvin, yes.
Irvin.
Ariek is still simping over Io.
Russia.
Okay, then
Yeah.
Gosayat's freaking out because consecution can happen.
No, Irvin is
Irvin.
also the one. Both are Irvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I
But
so
yeah.
wrong?
You know what? It fits Timber. He's like half paying attention at all
It's
times.
canon now. Timber did not memorize either of their names, so he keeps mixing them up. There you go.
He doesn't know the difference between either of them at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, Iowa's big jelly. So now we have to go get ourselves some rudium so we survive under the pressure of the waters of Netherdeep.
But what? I
Okay.
don't know what just came out of my mouth. Sorry.
Sounds.
I had Red Bull.
Tongues.
I think it kind of shows. Okay.
Cheers to that.
Oh, I should go get mine actually, but not
Go
for
Go grab your Red Bull, girl.
not for 3 hours game, because I'm gonna do a heart attack. Okay, but yes, pretty much done. And so, to who do I throw the D for? To so many people spoke. Andy or Squish? Because Timber fucked up the notes.
How about a floating D4?
I feel
Here.
kind. Ears are floating.
I was gonna say let's do rollies.
Oh, rollies.
Okay. Okay.
I'll roll my d20. 16.
Ooh.
All right. Come on, don't fail me.
Oh.
15.
Do you want to use your D4? No.
Oh my god.
I don't have a D4.
I know. So
know what?
squish it is.
Squish the all-powerful. Squish the magnificent, even.
He needed that handicap. It's fine.
So with all that, all of our little friends, heroes now, went to bed. And had a good night of sleep before something more dangerous could be coming. They already tasted a bit of what Netherdeep reserved to them. A crazy aboleth, underwater creature that have not been seen in this world. And now, yes, they have one weapon with them, a short sword coated with rudium that could help one of them survive the pressure of the Netherdeep. But with all that, I think you're 5 in this party.
Well, Squish did suggest going back and raiding the shark.
I forget, did the shark have rudium weapons?
It had rudium in it. And it was infused
yeah.
with it, and it's
Okay.
huge. So Squish's idea is to collect as much of the rudium as we can and try to find a way to infuse it to our weapons.
Okay,
Definitely
yeah,
not
I
Squish's
forgot if it
claws.
had like a weapon like planted into it or
No,
something, or if it
That's
was
the
like,
jellyfish.
There you go. Okay. I was like, I knew something had a weapon like on it.
Yes, it was the little jellyfish who's just friend-sized.
So when you wake up, pretty early, you have question. that seems to not have slept for the night. Looking up and good morning, everybody.
Morning question. You look like you've had a rough night, if you know what I mean.
I guess it would have been better if it was that kind of night you're talking about, Hendris. But it was with Jamil, but we finally knew the properties of rudium weapon.
Someone's having a good time.
Shh, everybody. People are still sleeping at this time.
Alright, well that's great news because we kind of sort of need rudium weapons now.
Yes.
Like now. Like as soon as possible. Yeah. We got visited by a friend, Dermot. The rest of his group went down into the Netherdeep and kind of told him we'd pursue them.
Was that the group that
do
you
that,
followed in Basosan?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Those guys, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's yeah. It's a long story, but yeah.
Quick question. Because I know Mother Bowen was ready to use a spell slot on Question if she looked like she wasn't recovered from the rudium.
Yes. And
So.
she didn't because she went through the night, but you see that her she didn't change physically. She didn't have any more red rash on the arms or anything like that.
So nothing that would trigger Mother Bowen to be
It's still there.
cautious.
And with her wisdom and insight medicine, I would let her know that her state is stable, but it's mostly going to, if she's getting exhausted, the sickness will be growing.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, since she's not here, something doesn't happen that she wanted to.
Thank you for remembering me.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So it's not really. It's actually a really efficient weapons when you're talking about a rudium weapon. First, when you have to attune yourself to it. So if you have anything that is taking part of your essence, you have to desynchronize to use it. But where is it, that freaking thing? Okay. Alright. There is the short sword. You're also able to swim like you would be a fish. Like having it attuned to yourself makes you move like you would be a native in the water. And every time you strike at something, you afflict them with this crimson energy. You affect the psyche of the person that seems to be triggering more pain in their system, aka 2d6 psychic damage. More. The thing that is not a good thing about it is that when you miss miserably, aka a natural one, your body will have to resist to the corruption of this rudium. And if your body is not able to, your essence is not able to resist it, you will get exhaust from it. And the more exhaustion you get, the more the corruption will grow on you and have different effects.
So what you're saying is that this is kind of like a double-edged sword? Huh? Get it?
Yes, but it's also a thing that you don't need to you don't need to wield the weapon to have these properties. Like I said, you just have to have it attuned on yourself.
So wait, are you saying that all of those fancy effects would happen if one of these guys were to cast a spell or something?
Well, not the crimson energy. It's when you use the weapon itself. And but rudium can also be found on armors and shields. When you are wearing, it's the same. You can breathe water and you can survive the pressure of the water and
Okay,
swim.
that's what you meant.
But the armor is making you resistant to this crimson energy. So if you find a shield or an armor, you will become resistant to the kind of the corruption. But same thing, if you roll a 1 on anything, you will still get the corruption trying to take over your body.
All right.
Well, if we want to do this, we kind of have to take the risk.
And as is confirmed, it would be only the only way to open the Netherdeep.
Well,
So we need 4 more things.
Well, technically, with you talked to Jamil Squishquash about the medallion that you have, the Jewel of the Three Prayers. So
Yeah.
maybe activating it at if you go to the temple and find a way to get inside the force field, it might give you 1 item, kind of.
I was thinking that, and we need a, I think, rudium weapon to get through.
Yes, you need absolutely a rudium weapon, but you see that she takes a chest and reveal the short sword. It can be yours for whatever you're needing down there.
Squish will just grab the short sword. But, well, I don't really fight with weapons, but
well, I mean, I do, but you know, look at me and look at this sword. It's short. It's
I
kind
was
of
wondering
you know,
if we can imbue
small.
your weapon, Andy.
well, yeah. I'm willing to give it a go with my hammer. I'd rather not separate from it. So
We could try, but the person who's doing it will not you, Indy, but the person who's doing the transfer of rudium could be
good,
getting
because I don't know how to do that.
Could be infected by the
Oh.
sickness.
Well, here's the thing. Mother Bowen can cure it.
Jamil used the resources necessary to try to cure me with a greater restoration spell. And you see her face like getting a bit sadder, and the only way that this can be removed is by the equivalent of a wish spell.
Oh.
Or if the source is eliminated, where the point of origin is.
So, the sword?
No.
No, I think she means the origin of the origin.
Of rudium.
Do we know where rudium comes from?
we made investigation, and it comes from within the Netherdeep. So
Well, that solves it then. So we're gonna go in there and we're gonna beat the source of the rudium's butt so we can cure question. That's it. Everyone
hope
walks
so,
out happy. Yeah.
Because I've just got rid of one corruption. I don't want another one.
But how are we going? I think we'll have to take on the jellyfish.
Yeah, it's just jellyfish. We'll just squish it into jelly and then we'll be able to put the jelly on our toast. Haha. Who's eating who now, jellyfish? It's us.
Andy, we don't eat the jellyfish.
Oh, I thought jellyfish were made of jelly. Why are they called jellyfish?
Did you know what the name of the jellyfish is? Well, what it's called of? Except, I guess it's not only a jellyfish.
I have it written down in my other book.
I would say it's a death embrace.
Death embrace.
So you mean it's like a special jellyfish? It's got like a first name?
It came.
Mm.
It
Alexander?
Came from, but it didn't it come from the Netherdeep?
Bernice?
Let me try to make a knowledge check about it.
Charles?
I remember it came from the Netherdeep. And it
Damien?
brings in its victims to moiderize them.
First roll of the night for me. Seems like a nice one.
Edward?
Handy enough.
What's its name? I mean, okay.
The death embrace is what they call it.
Oh, so that's okay. That's what you meant by it has a name. Okay.
I remember though that when you talk with Jamil, he said that this thing can petrify people.
Yes. I'm wondering if the aboleth has weapons stored and like a horde almost.
You can.
I'm trying to think of things. Like part of me, and Squish is gonna like hold up the vial of blood and go. Part of me is thinking of even just putting rudium in this, so that I'm taken care of at least. But I'd be willing to take the curse on. I wouldn't want someone else to have to deal with that. So I could do that, and then Bricks, you could have the sword.
I don't quite know how to use it, but yeah.
Or just need it so
It's the pointy hand bricks.
I mean, I know how to take the pointy end and put it in things. But I mean, like, actually use it. But I can have it. And that's fair.
it's mostly to survive in the Netherdeep. And then we just need something for Andy and something for Timber.
Mm-hmm.
And Mother Bowen.
Well, the goal is if we have, I think maybe a rudium weapon can get us through the
Force field,
force fields. And then that would allow us into the temple to awaken the amulet, which should protect Mother Bowen.
Oh, that's right. We did discuss that.
So, question.
Yes,
How do you infuse things?
it takes time actually. It takes like. We would have first to go to the Allegiant of All site to be sure that everything can be done, because they have more good wizards than we have. Well, we have good wizards, but we don't have the best wizards. And it might take maybe 2 or 3 days.
I mean, if we have to, I could work with them to try to take the curse on myself. But I can infuse
Like
something of mine.
And yes, that's the other point, that you have to find someone crazy enough to try to do the thing without. The only ones that were doing this were the Crimson of the Vermilion. No, the Concordium of
Consortium of Vermilion
Dreams.
Dreams.
Yes, this. I was seeing it perfectly at the beginning of this thing. It was because of all this.
To be fair, you did an all-nighter. You stayed up, so.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, they are our enemies, but also we could maybe just ask them.
A little risky, don't you think?
Well, I mean, if infusing weapons and stuff is dangerous, might as well have our enemies do it for us, right?
Maybe they have some already.
Maybe.
I mean, they probably have it already.
Oh, I mean, there we go. So we just infiltrate their hideout and steal whatever they have.
We'd have to go get Dermot, and then let him know that we're taking a detour. But
oh, and if we're because Dermot's party worked with them, right? If we're with Dermot and they recognize him, maybe they'll think we're with him, and by extension, we're with them.
I think a few of them remember that we've beat them up / murdered / had them arrested.
Well, I can use my transformation magic and go with Dermot.
I think we need more than just you going in.
And I don't know, we can put like a hat on Timber and give Bricks a mustache.
What?
No one would recognize you. You can be Brox instead of Bricks.
Brock's the mediocre.
I don't even have any words.
Yeah, and then if Squish Squash just changes the color of his scales.
I need to do that overnight.
I mean, Dermot's not back yet, so we can
No,
go
we're
tomorrow.
meeting him. We're meeting him at.
Yeah, he was waiting.
Right, okay. Well, we can paint your scales.
That sounds like a worse idea.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm trying to come up with ideas here.
I have been too.
I'm not talking to you, and just levels a glare back to Bricks and Timber.
But did you find anything down there that could be used? Not in the Netherdeep, but before going in.
In the shark, there's a bunch of rudium.
Yes, we did find rudium.
In the jellyfish.
And you said
there's
you
a giant
faced
one.
Diabolit?
We
Yes.
didn't kill it, but it wasn't that hard, honestly.
Yeah, it ran away from us actually. Well, more like swam away, but you know what I mean.
Because this thing is intelligent. She probably have somewhere that she lives.
I think I know where.
What?
Yeah. So where the jellyfish was in the big building. That's when I was around there. When I saw Andy, that's when it started getting into my brain.
Okay, so maybe
So
around there.
I think it's out back and down. That's why I was thinking we could go back. We're stronger now. We could probably take it on easily, and then
And we also know what to expect now, because we were kind of going in blind the first time.
And we
so.
can have a safety word that we could say that if it's controlling us, it wouldn't know it. So we could if someone starts acting different, we can just ask for the safety word,
Like pineapple?
like pineapple.
Pineapple's a great one.
So that way, if the person doesn't know it, then we know that they're being controlled, and then maybe Mother Bowen. I don't know if she can fix that. But she could just sit on the person until they're no longer controlled. Can't really do much when she's just like. Well, I couldn't. She could probably keep me down with one hand.
Yeah, and then I can just kind of like put my maul on top of one of you little ones, just to keep you put. It's not much of an effort on my end since the maul's doing all the work.
That might crush me.
We should be fine.
But I think we'll be fine because we know what we're getting into. And as long as we
Exactly.
go in quietly, no one's swimming ahead. Timber.
He looks away.
As long as we go in quietly, we should be able to get in there without it really jumping on us. We just have to do our best to keep our wits about us. Since he does like to get into our head. He likes to get into everyone's head.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
But even with him in our head, we almost killed her. And
So
this
we're
time it
actually
just-
we're actually rested now.
Mm-hmm.
We plan for it.
Mm-hmm.
We can
Yeah.
probably murder it.
But we have to
Probably.
meet Dermot quickly after, right? So if we're
Well, we
exhausted.
would go get Dermot. Because he's
Yeah.
going to be there. We'll bring him in with us. He can help.
Yeah, with Dermot on our side, our chances go up even more.
If we have to go to the Netherdeep after, we'll be tired.
I'm sure he'd understand that we have to rest.
Yes.
And
I
he'll
have to
probably
do this.
need to rest as well, so.
I
Yes,
don't
so we
know,
have
you
to rest
seem-
and we have to do this. So we can actually go to the Netherdeep and not just die.
We won't be
Yeah.
able to save his friends if we're tired. He'll understand that.
But I fear he might go himself on his own. He was in a rush.
Well, we can just sit on him then. He's a small guy as well.
Mother Bowen just needs to pick him up by the scruff of his neck. He won't be able to touch the ground. It's fine. Honestly, you could do that too, Timber. Or Andy.
I'm a bit heavier.
But, I think Dermot is worried, but I don't think he's blinded. I think he'll understand.
He looks like he's a wise guy.
He's
you
pretty
know?
smart, honestly.
So
So I think that's what we'll do.
Mhm.
Oh, in question.
Yes?
I can ask your sister to give us. She gave me a mind shielding thing before. Maybe she'll do it again. So at least one of us gets a little extra protected.
Bear?
That could work.
I guess that if you're going back in there, you can ask her. Is she
Yeah.
already?
And then. So we beat up the aboleth, take his stuff, rest.
One thing
Same
that is
today.
a pretty basic spell is protection from evil and good. Protecting you from possession.
but can one of you cast that?
I think
I
that Mother
cannot.
Bowen could.
I can
I
only
can't.
bless you.
I cast fireball.
It's also a very useful spell. But if Mother Bowen can do that, and maybe Dermot can as well, then because he uses magic that's similar to hers from what I've seen, so
That's true. I think he too is a holy person.
well, then I think we've got a pretty solid plan.
It seems
Yeah.
like
Pretty much.
it. Be careful with that sword. And who will be taking it?
I mean, it sounded like me, so. I
Well,
guess I can.
it would be a good idea for you to have something to defend yourself, like in close range, because you blast stuff from a distance a lot. But if something gets close to you, then
And-
you can just stab them.
I
I have a
mean,
dagger.
much as I can tear it apart with other things, sure, I can have a sword.
But it's
Or
also
range.
just so you have,
Something
Yeah,
to
but-
protect you.
and you'll go faster in water, and it'll help you. That'll give us a
Right.
bit of an advantage.
All right. I'll take the sword.
And
And-
it doesn't look very heavy, so I don't think you need the muscle strength to lift it.
That's gonna give you a narrowed-eyed glare of like,
I'm just being a realist here. You've got very small arms, and I get that you're more of a thinking person, and you always carry that book with you. You're very smart, but
Look, just because you're right doesn't mean I don't want to blast you for it. But I'll let it slide.
Squish is gonna sit there like flexing. Yeah, I could probably deal with something a bit heavier too. But we'll get
what
there.
it is.
And worst case, I could just grab some of it and try to infuse it into the blood. I mean the vial.
For our friend Brix, I see that it's not in the table that I have. So, what rudium does is, like I said, breathe water. You gain the swimming speed equal to your walking speed, and when you hit creature with this weapon, they take an extra 2d6 psychic damage. I'll copy paste you what it does actually on the chat, so you'll just have to copy paste it in the weapon itself. And since you're used to whatever Foundry is,
Yeah.
after 2 years and a half of a campaign,
Try not to think about it. I do not want to be sad. Yes, there you go.
And yes, the DC is 20 charisma saving throw.
Well, at least charisma is a high stat for me, but also.
Yep. So, you're heading towards the entrance of to go beneath the city of Kamara.
Looking out for Dermot, of course.
Yes. Dermot is stopped at the entrance at the outside of the top of that hole that is going into the ground inside the city. And it's like, he seems that he had a rough night, but he seems pretty packed up. And one thing that you see pretty clearly is that his warhammer, is the hammer part, is no more a hammer. It is a crystallized rhodium pointy end spike.
Oh, so it's like a pick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And he wears it on his shoulder. He's like, oh, all right.
hey, Dermot.
Good morning, peeps.
You seem a little worse for wear.
I seem what?
A little worse for wear. You look tired.
I slept the bare minimum. I had too much on my mind yesterday with everything that happened. So, yeah.
That's fair, but you really need to sleep or you're gonna look more like bricks.
What does that mean?
Don't worry,
need
I
to
won't be
sleep.
turning green. I will still be yellow.
I just meant the dark circles under the eyes. Oh wait, there's another
I
choice.
don't
Hey.
need to sleep.
Dermot, you have a nice smile.
I have a nice what?
Smile.
Thank you, Timber.
Dermot, so we might not be able to go down into the Netherdeep today.
What?
So we have to get rhodium stuff for us, so we
For
don't
all
die
of us.
immediately.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go take on the aboleth because we almost killed it before.
Well,
And
it's
we're
on
gonna
their way
raid
to
what
the
it has.
Netherdeep, so I'll just join you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's what we figured we'd do. Because
And
the
then-
5 of us, we almost killed it. So if you help out, then we're sure to kill it.
Yeah. Question recommended that we have protection versus good and evil.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so then we kill it, raid its stuff, and then rest, or spend the day doing whatever, and then rest. And then when we get rested and all of our spells back, we go in.
Well, for that last part, I won't be joining you for the resting thing. I'll go in.
Dermot.
But we'll do better as a group. I know you're rushed and want to.
Yes, and my group is down there.
Yeah, but
Dermot.
you're not
And-
going to be
Won't
able
do
to
any-
help
you-
much if you die.
Yeah.
I am their mother, Bowen. Without her, you're all dead.
What?
Yeah, but if you go in alone, you're gonna be alone.
And that's why I asked you out to help me.
Yes, and
Which
we're
is
trying
what we're
to,
doing, yeah.
but we can't just go and go and go after dealing with something fierce. We need to rest.
We don't
Because
have to
if you-
fight it. We can sneak it. That's what Io did.
Oh, I mean, that's an option as well.
We're not really the most stealthiest of crews.
I
can-
can
we
help
can-
with that, but
We can try. I have
What-
gotten better at that, actually.
why did Hyo go there?
To
Why
get a
Hayo went
medium
there?
Weapon.
Oh, you mean around the place, not like the creatures there.
She scouted. The lair of the creature is in the alleyway. It's right next to the entrance of the Netherdeep.
Well, Dermot, would you know of an easier way or faster way for us to all of us get a ruidium infused weapon or object or armor?
The infused stuff? That would be Galsaria. That would be... He studied it a bit. But, he's already in there. So
Well, okay, so we'll have to either steal
We can
the
try
stuff
to be
from the
stealthy.
Aboleth, or
Also, we will be trying to make one pit stop before.
where?
So, Dermot, I guess it's time to really tell you.
You see that he
Mother?
grabs his hammer with his two hands.
Mother Bowen has the amulet.
Okay.
And we need to awaken it. And we're gonna have to try to get into that temple.
Okay.
So we gotta make a pit stop there first. Then get that awakened, and then steal stuff.
Oh, that's fine. As long as I can go down there, everything's fine. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
need to go down.
No, you're coming with us.
But yeah,
More-
that bit
more
stuff, there's no
safer.
problem. It's just that if we have everything you need to be safe in there, I don't want you to... I will help you out for along the way without problem. I just need to go there after we're done. And Io said
Oh,
that there
that's the
was a
goal.
ghost who looked like he was wearing a Corallin, the Archheart
Yeah.
robes. One of the ghosts. He was protected by like 10 small group of soldiers.
I think I know where it is.
wait, there's more stuff we gotta deal with.
Preferably.
Well, they're not
there's-
aggressive. They're defending the priest. So I don't think if you don't attack, I guess it should be cool.
Okay.
I was gonna see if they can put down the barrier. But if not, we have a rudium weapon that might be able to. So let's go.
Aha!
I don't think the rudium weapon will be helping out with the temple. It would be going at the palace behind. That is all the crust of the black, not the black, but the red veins and stuff.
We just need to get into the temple. So I was gonna ask the ghost. So I guess, Timber, how are you gonna make us stealthy? Or
I have some magic that helps with, the surroundings.
Okay.
Careful. Io told me that underwater creature have they can sense movement with water.
Oh,
So you still have to stay far away from these
We've
creatures.
killed most of them, unless new ones showed up. But there are some in with a giant jellyfish. But that's in a building.
Should I make sure we can breathe underwater again?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
that-
I'm good
that-
now because
Yeah, I'm good with the
Yeah.
pike.
And I can do my like transformation stuff.
Well,
So-
Mother Bowen and I cannot.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
there
that's
you
what
go.
I'm saying. You can cover for yourself and Squish Squash and Mother Bowen, but
That's-
don't
that's-
worry about us. Yeah.
that's going to be half an hour then.
For a ritual?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can we do it down there?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's not that I'm stressed, but I still want to be like ready.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go.
Let's go. I mean, it doesn't do much to speculate too much, since conditions could have changed
And
since
you're-
we've been there anyway.
Start to go down the hole.
Yeah, we're gonna walk and
Yeah.
talk. As we
Yeah,
go,
we'll walk and
she's
talk.
just gonna do that like obnoxious thing where he will take out the like symbol thingy that says he's allowed to go in and like wave it in the guard's face, even though it's probably the exact same guard from yesterday. You
Pretty
know.
much the exact same guard, yes. It says, he actually, when you comes in, he's like, "Good morning, Squish." Oh, yes,
Oh,
it's
oh.
fine.
Hey, you remember me?
You are the agents of the Cobalt Soul, right?
Yeah.
So yes, of course, I remember you. You are hard to not remember.
I'm pretty great, aren't I? Squish will put it in the pocket, fix the Cobalt Soul like robes.
Well, the Allegiant of All Sight speak well of you, also. So, as long as you keep being good citizens, everything should be fine.
Sweats.
And you're going down the rabbit hole. Going down, and I will activate the map. Where is it? Where is the map? Map going down.
Onward!
Where are you? I'm so sorry.
Sweet. Be the number one with a bullet. Loading up complex, got bullet going down, down. Sorry.
We're all just different sides of the same emo coin.
So you're back down there. We're back in this little city, and Birdie is there.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Let me put up
Woohoo!
Dermot with you, because Dermot was in the map before, but not in this one. I'll have to show you all the pictures of the upgraded, because they have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 rivals, and now they're at tier 3. Their outfits are perfect.
Wait, we missed tier 2?
It was actually in Basilzan, but tier 2 there wasn't any physical alteration.
Change.
Only
it's
stat
just like-
block.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
in case you were not friendly, but you worked your ass off, all of you, to become at least neutral with them.
We have to go
Well,
back and change our
look.
appearance quick.
Look, I am best friends with Gelsariak. I will hold that as a medal of honor. Fuck everyone else.
All right, here DDB monsters, Dermot. I always forget that I have to talk with my nose when I'm playing him. So yeah.
There he is. The boy.
The boy. So I'll be behind, so because I've never been here, only heard Hayo.
Okay. You can hold Mother Bowen's hand if you want. She's really good at keeping people comfortable.
I'm good. The Luxon is with me.
Well, I will hold Mother Bowen's hand then. He grabs Mother Bowen's hand.
Good for you. You
But
see
she's
that?
just there like, oh.
While
okay.
you're-
You're really missing out.
while you were going down this, and you let him pass with you inside the building, since he was not allowed. He seems to have gained, since the first time you've met him at that festival, all the talk you had with him and all the confidence boosts are actually paying off. And he seems to be determined and ready to save his friend. That also works with determination that if you will not go, he will.
Oh, we're going. We just want to make sure we're going with full strength. Jeez.
Maximize our chances.
Just
I
talking
need
about
to
the
rest.
energy you have right now. That's it.
I need to rest. I'm a sorcerer. The fuck, man. Okay.
The fuck tabarnak. Wow.
It's weird to hear Zen swear.
You need to hear me at the fucking salon. Oh my god, it is awful. There is weird Fringlish happening at all times, and none of it's appropriate.
Perfect.
Okay.
So, well, I don't have hair, so I won't go to the salon.
Well, just come there and drink with us. It's fine.
So I'll just roll and grab all your little group down. But I know that you wanted
Don't
to
worry,
talk to.
I have to cast my magic.
Yeah, but it was still to go with the hair section. When there's air in every different
We're
section.
walking down where there's no water yet. Yeah.
But first, Bricks, roll me a d4, please.
No.
1.
Timber, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
And it begins.
I clicked. I don't know what to use.
I didn't appear either.
It's the first time it happens to me.
A wisdom saving throw?
No, that I click on something and it doesn't work.
You know the stats that you're the best in?
Yeah, we'll refresh.
Oh,
'cause-
Foundry refresh. Alright. So you wanted to speak with the professor, the inside query, Squish.
Yeah, I just was gonna ask if she could do the mind shield on one of us, but Squish is saying that Squish is gonna do the to Andy, just for the mind shield spell, whatever it was that she did.
It is a mental fortress.
That-
Spells?
And it's gonna not make
When
it
he-
obvious.
It
but,
is not. And he looks. You're going there for a while, aren't you?
Well, we're gonna go in. We're gonna try to get into the temple, and then we're gonna try to steal from the amulet. Yeah, we're crazy.
I'm not expecting to teleport today. So.
I can give you gold if you need.
No, it doesn't require golds, but thank you for the offer.
Squish will put 5 gold down on a nearby counter.
Perfect. I could actually. Since I'm not using the teleportation circle spell that I have, I could protect 3 of you. This is a third circle spell, and I can upcast it to 5th.
Bricks, me and Andy.
It lasts for an hour, so don't waste time, please.
What does it do
Got it.
exactly?
It protects your mind from any psychic energy.
Oh
that would be
yeah,
affecting it.
I'm not the smartest, so it's probably for the best. Yeah.
And it helps you resist anything that is trying to affect your intellect, your wisdom, or your essence of charisma.
Oh.
AKA
then again-
advantages on saving throw with the 3 mental stats.
I mean, I'm a pretty charming guy, but yeah, maybe I'm not the,
I
not
think
the
the 3
smartest
people
or the
who-
wisest. So
the 3 people who don't focus on wisdom as their stat. You know?
So I can
Wouldn't be a
take.
bad idea.
I can protect the 3 of you. We'll be
Please.
holding up concentration on it, but like I said, it's 1 hour. So don't
Okay.
waste time.
We'll
So
go fast.
gotta go fast.
Oh wait, Timber should do the water thing first then.
Yes.
30 minutes later.
Oh my god.
Your foundry's broken. Saving throws don't work for everyone, I believe.
Oh shit! Wait.
So
let
I
me
can roll
test it out.
manually, but if someone else can test, I think it's broken for everyone.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, it's not rolling.
So I'm rolling with +8.
Huh.
Okay, you saved.
That's a hate crime.
What?
But it doesn't work. It's a hate crime.
Okay, here.
I had the same. The good news is I had the same issue with my foundry. The bad news is I forgot what I did to fix it. But if I remember,
Well,
I'll let you
I'll
know.
have to update anyway. I was waiting after this game to update my foundry and stuff.
I think it's ready, set, roll. You need to update,
Probably.
and then you're good.
So, well, with this little thing and going and you succeeding, you hear in your head, but nothing happens. If I can't live, I will burn this world with me.
Oh no, he's talking to me. What do
Who
I do?
the Yabolith?
Do I block my ears?
Tell him he's stinky.
Just stay calm.
Just
blocking
sing-
ears
sing-
doesn't help.
Sing your favorite song in your head. Maybe that'll put it in a good mood.
Okay, I learned a couple of songs this week.
A couple. How did you learn? Oh, right. You were practicing things.
And squish. No saving throw. But now that you are back down there, you hear in your head, I know that you wish to become one of the greatest dragon. It is something that the gods can grant me. A gift to you. And on that, we'll go on break.
Time for my villain arc.
You went
Fireball.
from decorruption to recorruption.
So we're
Squish
going
is like an addict. It doesn't take much.
All right. So we'll be back after these messages. And stay tuned, people. We'll be back in maybe around 10 to 15 minutes. See ya!
Yeah.
or at the bottom of that goddamn bay. And welcome back, everybody. I did a transition while we were singing.
Yeah.
So why my watch is going crazy? Calm the fuck down. So, right before our friends were making a plan going down this back in the water, getting Rudium weapons, trying to deal with Dermot. Dermot, that was not such a hard thing to deal with. And, well, we'll see. He might become hard to deal with later on. But for now, he's not a problem. 3 of you will have the support of Insight Aquere, the twin of Question, with the Mental Fortress spell for an hour. Timber already did his spell for you to, just in case something fucks shit up, you can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
And from now on, you will have an hour to get everything set up with the aboleth. And only going down there at the bottom takes a little 5 minutes. Let me grab the whole lot of you and make my way. But to go there, I will ask the other 3 members, now that you have the protection, luckily, to give me each of you a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
That's 20.
Noise.
Okay.
I said the 3 others was Timber, but okay.
Oh, I thought that. Yeah, I thought it was the.
Saving throw.
Squish,
So we do
squish.
it with advantage, correct?
Yes, you do it with advantage. You can hold shift to do so.
Hell yeah.
I was all excited about your nat 20.
Well,
It's wasted.
What do I need to roll to succeed?
Not 10.
Because I'm wondering if I get a 4 on the D4, if it would help. I'm going to
You
assume
need,
that's a
for this wisdom saving throw, you only needed 10.
Oh,
Ah,
thank
Good.
God.
So thank you, Mental Fortress, because 2 of them were down.
Yeah.
help, I'm choking.
So while you're working, and Dr. Cultist giving a D4 to Timber.
yeah.
The only
Thank
one
you.
without Mental Fortress. So, Andrus, you hear in your head, ungrateful wretches, they have forgotten all I have done. Bricks, in yours, you hear my power was not enough. It will never be. And Squish. They were right. I bring nothing but despair.
Is it at the same time or spaced out? A little bit?
Spaced out at every different building or every step that seems to be a new place, it does affect one of you.
This man's depressed. We need to get him, like, a Xanax.
Andrews just starts singing, I'm making my way.
I'll
make my way.
And
Inside
it was-
his head. Inside his head.
Christmas to be
Thank
stealthy.
God.
So...
As
Squish will-
he starts to turn into a sea elf, by the way. Just
All right.
Squish will lead the way. Like, okay. Are we going to go steal from the aboleth first? Or are we going to try to get into the temple first?
Oh, it's true. Please roll me. Let's go with Andrus. Roll me a d20, please.
Oh.
13.
All right, thank you.
It's
That's all I
right
need.
next to you. All alone. He was just chilling in the background.
Let me check where he would be. Where the aboleth is making his way.
Where are
It's
you?
He's
making
making his way. And I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Mash-up time.
okay. I see where he is. So, where you lovely people are going?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Do we want to go try to get into the temple first? Or do we want to go rob the aboleth blind first?
Are we trying to kill it, or just Dermot said it was not necessary?
I mean, if we can avoid that, that'd be great.
Then
Much more effective.
someone should just spot it, and we make sure it's like very far, and then
Well, where's the entrance to the Netherdeep? Is it in the temple as well, or
no, the entrance to the Netherdeep is the palace, where it's covered with the crimson
Yeah,
scales and
And
vines.
where
I
we
s-
tried to get in.
yeah? Well, I say we go. You know, we avoid taking too many detours and walking around. Let's just do it in order of what's on our path.
Well, okay. So
To the
then
palace.
we want to go to where the aboleth, where I think its home is. And then we can walk up to go to the guards to talk to the priest, into the temple, and then into the Netherdeep. So we would go.
we tried to go.
Oh, I can't lock it. Well, we'd go to like here. Then we'd want to go to like here. And then up to here. Here.
I
Squish,
can't see shit. but Whatever you're saying sounds good.
You're pointing in random directions.
Yes. Let me see. Can I do this? Oh,
Oh,
can't draw.
that's bricks.
Yeah, I was just throwing you off.
So
Or
down to here, and then we need to get
that's
way
a
off.
angle.
Yes, but I'm using it as like directionals of how Squish is trying to like point. So we go to like this over there, and then we'd have to come back up because there's the guard tower over here. Because I believe that's where the guards are, where we could talk to the priest. And then we would go back down to the temple if they open it. And then we could just go inside,
Okay, are we being sneaky?
preferably.
Pass without a trace.
Also, if you can delete all those markers for me, that'd be great.
What do you want me to remove you? Oh yeah.
This was Squish trying to point in the direction
He
of
was
where...
making his way. Was making his way. Okay. So,
I mean, that seems a solid plan. To do that?
Oh, yeah. I guess we're gonna do that. I guess go towards this end.
Yeah, hey, Squish Squash, remember where this is, where this is? This is where you threw a fireball at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what?
Oh, Aboleth had controlled my brain.
That's a good thing you had the mental fortress thingy.
Yeah, it's really good. That's why I asked for it this time.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate when it happened. Very.
But no one died. Luckily. I was
Thankfully.
all out of juice. So it really was like not the best fireball I could do. Plus, in the water, I prefer to use lightning bolt or cone of cold.
Dr. Colt is saying that it's the first thing he saw on this channel. He was hooked.
You know what? I can understand. Squish is just very charming and good looking. I understand being hooked.
Fireballing your own party. Let's go.
So, yeah, Squish is gonna lead the way, and with now being a very perceptive kobold, gonna be looking out.
Yeah, he's
Not that I
proficient now.
Yeah, Squish no longer has a negative to perception.
Good thing.
Thankfully.
So just go with your tokens from where you want to go
Okay.
to start.
Oh, we're paused still.
And there is a huge fan noise somewhere.
Oh, it might be mine.
Thank you.
Yeah. The game's paused, so I can't.
Oh. It's paused? I removed the pause.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm free. I'm free.
Oh
Squish
shit.
would take everyone down this way and like peek out the door to like look around for the aboleth.
I would actually need you, Xan, please, to roll me a d12.
A d12.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no. That can't be good.
All right. So nothing seems to be in the
Okay.
vicinity of this place.
There's
You
definitely
can
something
actually
in the
give me a
vicinity.
perception check because you said that you were.
Yeah. So she's trying to be extra diligent.
Yeah, I mean,
Apparently
extra
not.
diligent, you say.
Such training.
I was gonna say, can I assist with the perception check in any way?
Yes, but as I make you just remember one thing is that in this water, you don't have any light, so you're only seeing it 30 feet farther away from you. You see in the far distance, like, shapes, but what you could see are still really blurry.
Yeah.
So, you would technically, yes, you could assist. In this, you either roll on your side or give them advantage.
Up to you. I have +3.
I also have my goggles. Checks out.
So
We
Yeah,
are
everything's fine.
perceptive.
look, you can't shit talk our perception because there was a nat 1. So Squish is like, well, everything seems fine, so it's gonna start slowly swimming out.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
And it's just gonna slowly make his way down towards here.
Thank you for the D4, Dr. Francis. Give me my D4.
Making
Give
it
it to me.
rain, making it rain.
Give it.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Doop 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 doop.
I'm
in
my
way.
Stop it up.
Well,
I can't make my way.
I guess that you will be in a group formation. Just stop moving everybody. You would be
Yeah.
all like line walking. Dermot following behind. We'll leave Mother Bowen out of this fight since
Oh.
you have Dermot anyway with you. But when you are going next to this place, from the top, because on your side, on your right side when you're swimming, there's this kind of cliff that is going upward. And while you're swimming down, you just see lovely creatures. The scuttling serpent mod that grabs that grab bricks and go in a little building further. Well, sorry. That was the aboleth spawn. The scuttling serpent mod were the creature hidden in the building where Brix was grappled to. You see these
Does that
little crabs
never
with this on
exist?
their back with this large, look like a tongue or like just more intestine floating in the water with a mouth that is like that are swimming down on the little group with you.
Well, we're being stealthy, is it implied that we're trying to hug the floor or?
Well, we were
I
trying
took
to be
into consideration, but you are within their 60 feet blind sight.
Oh, the blind side. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And since the 2 perception check failed.
That's fair.
What would have been your passive?
My
Timber?
passive.
Timber, where you would have disadvantage, but you have advantage, so it cancels
Well,
out.
I don't wear my goggles at all times, so it's only 18 without the goggles.
Okay. They've beaten your 18.
So I'm surprised as well.
Yes. So, but well, for this, since they have to move closer, they're just moving in. We won't have a surprise round. They're just closing up with you, and they will be acting at the same time of all of you. So, right now, let me put them inside the map because they've disappeared for no fucking reason.
Very rude of them.
They're just that good. They're so good at stealth that you can't even find them, so we can just move on. Easy peasy. Look at me solving issues. Ooh.
Is Birdie out, Timber?
Yeah, I spent wild shape. Yeah.
Okay. So here it is. All right. So let me change the music a bit. Set up another mood.
Whoa.
And take everybody to roll initiative.
So, because here's the thing, Bricks got grappled.
Last
Right?
it was by the bullet spawn, yes.
Yeah, but not by these things.
Not by
Okay,
these
not
things.
by these things. I was like, oh, okay. I was getting confused. Cool. Thank you. Initiative.
Initiative.
Wow, look at 18. All of those 18s. What the fuck?
Yep. Bricks.
Rollies.
We
Roll
both
what
are
again?
Rollies. We're both 18.14.
Oh shit. Roll d20. Come. Ah, it was almost a 17.
That would have been so fucking funny.
That would have been hilarious.
So I guess I go before Bricks.
Seems so.
Yes.
It really is Squish the Magnificent up in here.
No comment because I need to focus my burning murderous rage on something else.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
hyping you up, getting you in the mood.
I'll let me remove the wildfire spirit because it acts on your turn, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Alright.
right after me. It says Dermot tier 1 in the tracker. Don't know.
Oh, why is it tier 1? Brother, you are tier 3, my man. The noise of the fan is back. Tier 3, good. Good
So
there, man.
trying not to
He's
get noise,
duplicating-
but
oh.
trying not to die from the heat.
Good. Tier 3. So, let me just set up his initiative that he had at 3. Here you go. He was last anyway.
And Bricks got a D4, by the way.
Ooh, Cultist giving all the D4s to the players. Don't want them to die.
Thank you.
Bricks here's a D4. And we're starting with the Scuttling Serpent mod next to our friend Squish Squash.
No.
And they have pack tactics.
Yeah.
So he will attack with advantage, and he have multi-attack. So 1 bite and 2 claws. So let's start
shit.
with a bite.
Oh god, 3 attacks. What am I AC at? That hits.
So that's the 2d6 plus 3. But there is one thing with these creatures. If I attack with advantage, I had 2 more d6 to the damage. So a plus 9 piercing damage.
24 total.
But right now, after the Scuttling Serpent mod just with the bite, he's going. His mouth is getting attached to Squish, and he still have 2 claws attack.
Shield.
Shield? Okay, so he's going for the claw, going straight to your ribs, and then.
The burning flame
'Kay.
is just Squish is just gonna scream, and the flames are just gonna shoot off. Blinding
And
someone.
second claw attack. Ooh. Thanks to this shield, I think I still don't hit you.
No, AC is 21 with it.
So he tried to go through, but his pincers are not going through. And going with the second one, really close to your skin, and then Squish. Now your turn. Technically, no, you were not surprised. It's true because I said that the round first, everything fine. So
Well,
Squish Squash.
it has me in its mouth.
It's
but
not
it's-
grappling you, but yes.
For flavor. Oh, 1 second. Sorry.
Oh.
I had to close the door. They were getting rowdy. It's trying to hold on to Squish. As Squish's body starts to elongate and grow in size, and I'm going to cast Polymorph on myself and turn myself into a giant snake.
You're polymorphing yourself into a giant
I'm
snake?
polymorphing myself into a big snake.
Alright.
I'm not sure how big I can get with this, because it's all still beast. It's a challenge rating of 2, so I believe that's within my usage to do a giant constrictor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a giant constrictor snake has a challenge rating of 2.
Yeah.
So
I
let me.
believe that is within my capabilities.
Yes. Let me check
So-
if I can just grab your giant constrictor
So
snake
it's
here.
trying to hold on to Squish, and you can see its mouth being stretched open slightly before it releases, as this blue scaled serpent appears into the water.
All right. So
And so-
I made it appear on the map, and I think that now that I gave it to you as the owner, you can double click it to have the stats.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yes,
But transforming like this was your action.
it is my action. I don't think they get a bonus action. Yeah, I believe that's my action. Those are all actions. So, yeah.
That's
I'm
it?
gonna hiss at them, and yeah, just be menacing big snake thing. Do I
Freaks,
have
you're
any-
on deck, by the way.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions, so
All right, so let's follow up with Brix the Magnificent. Timber, you're on deck.
All right. So I'm gonna actually go like 1. Gonna go bonus action disengage
Ooh.
because I need to measure this out right. If I go here, excellent, perfect, and go Arms of Hadar.
Ooh.
So basically
5th
on
level.
both those.
Fuck.
Yes, I know only how to cast at full power.
Tendrils of dark energy erupts from you. Batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Okay, so both of them have to make the strength saving throw, and since it's 5d6 instead of 2d6. Okay, fine, okay. About fuck you? No.
I'll take it. That's fine.
I was gonna say, make sure you move away from Dermot.
I did. I am.
You are
Oh,
10
like
feet away
face.
in diagonal.
Oh, maybe my 10.
Does that count as still 10 feet away? Because I will move one more. I still
Yes, it would be.
have. Okay, then I will. There you go.
So, here.
I still have to
First.
move anyway, so that works.
Oh,
10,
18
one
strain.
There you go.
The second one doesn't. So, first one take half damage, is that it? Yeah.
Yes.
And
The other one takes full damage and can't take a reaction until next turn.
Alright. Him full damage. Here it goes. So that was your reaction, Brix. Do you want to do anything with your movement, or you're staying there?
So I already used my bonus. So I went 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, let's go here, and that's it.
Okay.
Use my swim speed.
So, Timber, you're up.
I'll see the giant snake hang my druid hat because I'm beaten. I can't grow this big. I will do a lightning sphere. I think the large snake is doing fine. Do it here. Spend 1 sorcery point.
Sorcery points. I'm not used to that with that winter.
And I think I can only do something this round if I spend my bonus action to ram.
Yes.
So I must make. I'll ram the mostly injured one, this guy, because he's closest to me too. So he has to do a dexterity save.
Fails.
And he takes 9 lightning damage. And I will move around the sneaky snake. And you know what? Birdie will teleport away, which actually
Does it
does
use your
damage.
bonus?
Oh no, it's no teleport. So he's gonna take the attack opportunity if the crab takes it.
Since Arm of Adar gives no reaction till the next turn, no reaction there is.
Just
That's
as
my turn.
precaution, as you're
Yep,
moving
I'm
past, Squish will whip out the tail just to like try to act like helping, and then just realize that the crab isn't doing anything, and it's just gonna be like disappointed.
All right. So, all that means that it's now Andy's turn.
Hello.
Hello, Andy.
Andy is just gonna go like, all right, crabs on the menu, and I'm just gonna bonk the one in front of me
Bonk.
with my maul.
Bonk, bonk. All right. You have the lucky feet.
I also
Well,
have.
you
a
have 10.
D4.
Let me check. Oh, it's
Yeah,
true. They
what's
have a
the
good
s-
AC too.
armor class? Okay, I'll use a luck point and reroll that shitty roll then. Book it. Let me just stoop. So, and then better 19 to hit.
19 hits.
It's also the first time that your lucky feat does something.
Actually works out for me. Yeah, that's my luck as a player in general. So 11 bludgeoning damage.
11
And-
works.
I'll use my crusher feet to push this crab back to this spot over here.
Okay.
No.
And then I'm gonna move so I can be next to my snaky snake friend and take my extra attack on this guy.
Ooh, all right. 12 does not hit. Do you do anything?
I'm gonna action surge because fuck this.
Action surge. Damn.
I'm gonna bunk this crap again.
Bonk.
Get that ball.
21
so 21
hits.
to hit, bonk, and then another bonk since extra attack. 25. So
All
11,
of the bonk.
11
I thi-
bonking.
I think the
damage.
fan noise coming from Xan place. It's not yours, Andy.
Oh really?
I don't have to.
I'm not
Or
sure.
the AC maybe.
So
Alright.
So, and for the 11 damage, it's rolled. So is that your? There's one attack missing though.
no. There was a 21.
Oh, true. There's another 25. Okay, cool.
And then
It's just the
25, yeah.
action surge happened after.
Yeah, I clicked on too many things at the same time, I think, and I like confused them.
My brain was not working well. I'm still with 6 of
And-
intelligence since Sunday, so
No, it's fine. And I
know what
haven't
I'm
taken
doing.
my bonus action yet, so I will manifest my echo right over here.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty then. We will now go to Scuttling Serpent Maw next to Dermot. And it's beginning its turn next to the fire. Is
End,
that the
end of turn.
end of turn? Okay. It will move. And try to bite Dermot. Oh shit. I think 22 hits. Dermot. Yes, it hits.
Uh-oh.
And 13 damage on our friend. And then Claw. At least there's no pack tactics. Whew, 18. This time, you see Dermot have his war pike into his hand and just like, no! Smash it on the claw. The bite just stuck straight to his neck, but then just blocked it with it. And then another claw attack. 8, just the other claw just flinks onto his plate armor. And that would be it for this Scuttling Serpent Maw. The other one at the bottom totally will try to attack our serpent friend with the bite
I'm a snake.
with advantage because he still have pack tactics with his buddy.
There's no way these things can miss me. That hits.
24, and I had the plus 2d6 because he rolled with advantage for plus 2, so 14 piercing damage.
Yeah.
And feature, claw, attack with advantage. Ooh, shit. 24.
Look, unless they roll beneath a 7, they're hidden.
Yeah, so for a total of 29 piercing damage on this new form of yours. And the Scuttling Serpent Maw that is next to the Shadow will actually, 3 intelligent, will attack the Shadow. Bite.
Oh yeah, that hits.
So the Shadow dissipates. And will join up with his friend next to and attack Andy. Luckily, the bite is already gone, but he will attack with its claws. 16 is
Does not hit.
So you don't even bother, and you just hear a finks on your plate, new mithril plate.
Oh shit, I forgot I have a reaction that I could have done.
And another 16, so trying to grab
He
you on the
blocks
back,
second
and then
one.
oh, you blocked the second one. So
Yeah.
turn back and with the mole, and now it's Dermot's turn. Like, okay, time to shine, and let me cast. Let's get the shit out of this, okay? And he will cast Bless at 3rd level under your whole party. So everybody's blessed, including him, because it's 5 person. So
Yeah.
let me put the convenient effect here. Spells Bless. It will add on automatically. Well, you would need to move actually to bless, right? No, everybody seems to be close enough. Yeah. So the sneaky snake is blessed.
Let's go.
So that was his action. Do I have anything as a bonus?
Probably.
Nope.
I
Well,
don't know.
he's a goblin, so he can bonus action disengage and move up to next to Andy. All right,
Hello, buddy.
let's keep this up. And at the end of the turn, Bricks, what do you see in your map?
All right.
And with everything that happened, I will allow you a roleplay reaction. But at the beginning of the turn, it enters the initiative.
I mean, the roleplay reaction is, the fucker's there!
So, here it is.
I love this for us.
Do the
There we
crabs
go.
conveniently, run away
You know
out
what?
here? Oh.
Cheers to our Abby friends. I'll drink to that.
So
don't-
for the
I
people
have-
who don't see in the... You see the aboleth was in the building on the left side.
I accidentally onto an aboleth.
The only reason I didn't go in there is to prevent us from rolling another wisdom save. That's the only reason I didn't go through there as our route.
Well,
Well, I mean, this simplifies things.
Sure.
We don't need to find it anymore.
All right. So right now is the scuttling serpent maw that is next to all of those. And at the beginning of the turn, you all hear in your head, "Here you are, friends of the betrayers. I shall destroy you."
He just hears in Squishwash's head, I'm a snake.
Yes, yes.
And then Handress is like, "I'm making my way."
No, it's turned to I'm bonking my way.
Oh,
I'm
Darn
bonking
Knight
my
Grav's
way.
giving me a D4. Thank you, darling.
Why?
she always does that. She just
They
always says that.
secretly want us to lose.
I respect her desire for chaos.
Yeah.
So, Scuttling Serpent Maw will attack Indy
Okay.
with its bite.
It just makes it.
All right. Even with your new plate armor and your
Yeah,
protection.
I have a 19.
Okay.
Huh?
Because you have a protection. No, it's true. It's 19 pins straight on it. Because you're wearing
'Cause
you're wielding a mole.
Hmm.
All right. So 10 plus 2d6 because you have advantage. So 14 piercing damage. One claw on you. One claw on Dermot and one claw on the snake next to him. So one on Dermot. Okay, it hits. So Dermot hate.
Which is this still the same scuttling serpent maw?
Yeah, the one at the bottom over here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my reaction to hit him back since he attacked an ally within 5 feet of me.
Yes, with
I have
Sentinel.
the Sentinel, yeah.
Natural
Hold on.
1. Oh shit.
I'm using my luck again.
All right. The day has already started.
Yeah.
Making the rolling.
Oh my god. 15.
15% hit. Do you want to use your D4 to try to hit it, or you're gonna die? You're making one. 16% hit.
Spare all your spare change. Go ahead.
I'm really
Anything else?
sorry, Andy, but you won't whack-a-mole out today.
Alright.
Let me remove Andy D4. So now, there's still the claw on our friend, the serpent.
It's on me.
Yes, the last one. For 10.
Well, that misses. I was all excited. I forgot I had a reaction I could have used if I got hit. I was going to use it this time, and nope.
Nope today.
I'm just going to smack it with my tail. No. And he
Alright.
got another D4.
All right, well, and yes, Dr. Cultist is sugar momming tonight.
Thank you. I'm so tired.
I think I'll change the reward points. I'll set it up for 300 instead of 500, so people that are actually following this channel will actually be to give something right away. But right now, Squish, it's your turn. Bricks, the Magnificent, you're next.
As one goes to claw at Squish and uses his tail to like bap it away, I'm gonna try to constrict myself around that one specifically.
All right.
Is it gonna roll?
Yes.
Cool. So that's a 15. It is constricted and it takes 9 bludgeoning damage. And it is grappled until the grapple ends, which is whenever I drop it or it escapes with a strength check of 16. It is considered restraint and I can't constrict another target.
All right.
And I think I only get 1 attack as a snake.
Yes, you do.
Cool.
So, which one you were doing this? The top one?
That one.
That one? Okay.
And I can't use my gift of the chromatic dragon on my own mouth. Can I? Because as a bonus action, it says I touch a simple or martial weapon. But like normally I would use my daggers.
Technically, nope, because you have no martial weapon.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. So we'll go now with combat tracker, please. Briggs the Magnificent. Timber, you're on deck.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, big guy, but we gotta focus up.
I
let's
need a
see.
concentration check with Dermot. Sorry, I forgot with the damage earlier. He saves, so Bless is going.
So I've got Bless going, which is what I'm gonna do.
It's adding you an extra D4 automatically on your checks.
Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead. Yes.
And the module is actually working, so you don't have to do anything.
Woo, nice. So I'm gonna start. I get refreshing my memory. I get 2 Eldritch Blasts, so I'm gonna start by 1 blast on this guy of Eldritch Blast. Nice.
You're Eldritch blasting the Diaboleth?
Nope, this guy.
Oh, okay. 26 hit for sure.
And if he's still going, he's gonna get another one.
Okay. With a 7 force damage, yes, it goes in.
And then I'm gonna
Ah!
behind the door. And that will be my turn.
All right, let's go now with Timber. Elixion Diaboleth, you're on deck. Andrus.
What?
Oh no!
I will ram this guy. So.
Give me that sweet fire, Tamar.
There you go.
7 for...
Deck save.
He's looking to
I
fail.
believe
7
it was
lightning.
lightning damage. Yeah.
Yeah. 7 lightning, and I will produce flame the flame crab.
Okay.
Kill it!
Why was there a D4? Oh, yeah, because I'm blessed.
With your leveled up, you didn't want to switch for Shillelagh or something like that?
No, because I'm a wildfire druid. So 2 fire damage.
Okay. Do you add your D8 of something with your fire?
I do.
Just helping you out there with your fire damage.
Oh, my sheet reset this. It's supposed to roll. Let me roll manually. There you go. 5. I'm gonna go and fix.
That's with your produce flame?
Yeah, so 9 total. Divided by 2. 4.
Alright.
No, 5.
Alright, he is near death. But right now, is that your turn? Or you want to move?
It is. Nope, it's my turn.
Okay. It's Elixion Diaboleth's turn.
I don't appreciate the music change.
It's a little unsettling, ain't it?
Destroying these betrayer gods is my goal. And you are his minions.
Huh?
Can it even fit through that door?
Yes, it's swirled on the sides, don't worry.
Snake Squish is gonna chuckle
It's
at it
just,
as it like
it
squeezes
comes up
through.
and just like bonk. Ah, shit. bonk.
Doesn't fit?
Here.
Yeah, that echo's
It was
not
charged.
there, by the way. It's just I can't delete it for some reason. So.
It's
Thank you.
So, Andy,
Hello.
give me a wisdom saving
Ah.
throw, please. You have advantage, just to remember you
know.
with the
And I'm
metaphor.
blessed.
It's always the dumb warrior. I'm sorry, Andy.
It do be like that.
What the fuck
Oh.
do you mean by that? Squish was the first.
Nice.
You hear a, help me slay these fiends.
And she just starts singing, I make my way louder.
No longer in his head. It's like, no, 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 no,
I'm
no.
making my way.
Making my way downtown. Okay. So, That is turn. It was an action? Yes, it is an action. It is an action? Let me check if it's an action. Alex in the aboleth.
Can I ask? Because it's gonna. I might shout something depending it, and it's gonna prepare
Yes.
my turn. Can I ask how tall this is of a hole?
This is about 15 feet.
Okay. Timber's gonna shout, "I can block its path!"
The snake noises.
Hiss.
Hiss.
The little like
Mm.
hiss.
That's all Squish is doing. Now coiled around the crab, but just like
I'm a
Yeah.
snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a
Slippery,
snake.
slippery snake.
With the vocal fry. It needs the vocal
Yes.
fry. I'm a
Slippery,
snake.
snake.
I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a
And for
snake.
some reason, Squish Squash starts twerking like
As a snake.
as a snake.
Oh, that was his bonus action, so I can still do my actions. So, it
You don't
will.
have to.
I still have 10 feet of movement.
No.
And bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hi.
One tentacle.
Yes.
Get fucked.
Booked.
And the second tentacle. Fuck. Oh
Yeah.
shit. So you just it's coming out and it's like, you soar your soul to a fiend. And everybody hear that in their head. You'll be destroyed with all the others. And that
So
will
that's
be
his trauma.
that will be Andy's turn.
Remind me what size this thing is again.
Large.
I think. Also, if you attach this one, I think you get advantage because it's restraint. I'm just saying.
Andrus would see this thing going after bricks and would let's see. I'm gonna manifest my echo as a bonus action.
Ooh.
Where are you? Token right here. And it's no longer dead.
It's true. Dr. Cultist give you back a D4.
And as Andrus bonks the near dead crab in front of him, or no, if this one's restrained, I'm gonna go for this one. Okay, so I can get advantage on it. The
Well-
echo is also gonna bunk Mr. Aboleth over there.
All
Because-
right.
I'm using Unleash Incarnation.
Rolling at 20.
Okay. So, first things first. Bonk number 1 at advantage.
Bonk.
22.
Bonk.
22 bunks as well. It's with 13 in bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
You cannot push him 5 feet away because he is grappled by.
No, that's fine, which is why my echo will bonk. Well, I'm gonna use my I'm gonna do my extra attack first on this guy, same guy,
With the. Okay.
and then I'll manifest echo. Okay.
Ooh, dodged ya. And 17 just hits.
Haha. So 15 on this crab again.
Near death. But not dead.
Wait, can I unleash incarnation?
You use the attack action, so yes, you could use the
Yeah,
Unleash
exactly.
Incarnation.
I was just like, was it a bonus?
Nope.
So yeah, okay. Echo's gonna attack as well. Additional melee attack. Bonk.
Bonky bonk. With this 27, yes, I confirm it hits.
Cool. And Crusher, I'm gonna fucking push Mr. Elixion back into his hole. Into his hole.
Okay. Is that your turn?
And then let's see. Let's see. I'm going to move over here. We'll take that attack of opportunity from the crowd. It's fine.
Natural 20.
That's bad.
So you're moving away and like, oh, really confidently, because you have your new mithril plate armor, and then straight to your knee, you just have that little mouth in the back and just
Okay.
So yes.
But my echo will be able to move over here and then
Okay.
here.
But you're not grappled, by the way. It just bit you.
Yeah,
Is that your
that's
turn?
my turn. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Legendary action. Tail. On the shadow.
Well then.
So the shadow is no more. And yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Scuttling serpent maw that is up there will go, seeing the aboleth, will go the other way around and attack Timber. Does a 17 hits?
Yep.
For 7. Claw for 21, 11 slashing. And a second claw, 8 will just the bite, driving you to his shoulder, pulling you towards him. The claw going straight to your ribs, and the second one goes, and you're like, ugh, and you push him back right at the right moment. That was the first Scuttling Maw. Second, Scuttling Serpent Maw. The uninjured one will make a bite on the snake at advantage.
Do it.
Dodge a natural one. For 5, for a total of 14 piercing damage.
Okay, and it has to make a strength check, DC. I'm going to use my telekinetic reprisal, gift of the gem dragon.
Polymorph, you have the same intelligence and stats of the creature you transformed, right?
Yes.
Does it mean you can use these abilities? I'm just wondering. I'm not sure about what's the ruling about that.
I don't know because it's just a thing I have.
Okay.
No, but I don't think when you're polymorphed you can use your regular.
The creature is limited in the action it can perform by the nature of its new form.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Exactly.
that's fine.
Okay.
So another 5.
So no strength ability check?
I guess not.
Okay. Yeah, that's the strength of the wild shapes versus this. So, but it will move away. Over here and here, so you technically have an attack of opportunity.
Yep. Cheers. Blah. I think that misses.
Yes, it miss. Do you want to use your D4?
No.
Okay. So, claw twice on Dermot at advantage. Hit and hit. So 2 concentration check afterwards. Yes. Poor Dermot.
I
Dermot,
forgot to
best
use my
meets-
fucking blessed dice on my attacks.
No, it automatically counted
Oh,
in it.
does it? Okay.
Yeah,
never
if
mind.
you go check on your attacks, you can click on the attack section, and the D4 is automatically added. That's the little like blue bird at the top left.
Practical.
So we will. I have 2 concentration check to make. Saved, and luckily, since he blessed himself too, saved again. Good. So, third scuttling serpent maw.
So before you play the scrap, just want to retcon something. Did you add any movement left, Andy? Because
Yes.
this seems to hurt a lot if you stay.
It's a
next to
flaming
it.
sphere next to you.
Oh,
Oh,
that's still
Lightning
up.
sphere. Huh?
Well,
Because that might change.
I could.
who the
Okay,
crab
I
attacks,
could.
right?
I
So-
could. I could move over here.
'Kay.
If we want to retcon that,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So, this one will then attack. Oh, Dermot is alone, so he will triple attack. No, bite
Which-
on the large snake.
I was gonna say because it's restraint.
No, it's the
So-
top one over here.
Oh,
The one at the bottom is the one that is acting first in the round.
and
Again, I
Pack
will
Tactics
use.
is within 10 feet. I thought it was within 5 feet.
Hmm.
Pack Tactics for it to get advantage. Is it within 10 feet?
It is within 5 feet of the creature you're attacking, I think. Let me check.
I need to use Pack Tactics more then. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, Servant Allies is within 5 feet of the creature. Yep.
God damn. I need to use this shit more.
Well, the good thing is I can use my reaction to bonk this crab thanks to Sentinel.
You have to be within 5 feet of the creature you're protecting, or not?
Well,
It's let me reread it just to be sure.
you said it
but-
was me, right? That it's
Hey,
attacking?
he's next to it.
Yeah,
now.
so when a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack against the target other than me, I
Perfect.
can use my reaction.
So whack-a-mole me, darling.
Yay!
27 hits, and I think this body is dead. So no, 2
Yes.
other attacks, but the attack first
And
hit.
squishes back to squash. That was 17 damage. I had 17 health left.
Okay, so
Well then.
Ah!
click.
Are you
There you
okay, Squish Squash?
Yeah, I did feel it. man.
There's blood all over in the water, as you can see all around Squish.
Alright, well, I got that one at least.
Thanks, Andy.
So this. Dead. So now it's Dermot's turn. Well, Dermot have a Constitution saving throw to do again. Okay, all right. He's still holding up, but he's badly injured now. Okay, time to hit stuff. And he will. Rudium Warhammer. The rest. No, the one is not restrained anymore, but it will still attack him. So 7. But it's supposed to take an extra 2d6 that is not counted. Psychic damage. Alright, clean up, crew. And then this guy is also out of order. Dead. And in the far distance, like, Bricks! No! Don't get hurt! As you see that from his medallion in his on his chest, just he grabs it and it burns in blight, and throw it this radiant energy towards the Aboleth, but he will do so at disadvantage because he is threatened right now. The Aboleth. Oh, I still have 15 to hit. Does it hit the Aboleth? It's true that I have Blast on. 15 doesn't hit.
Aw.
So you just see the radiant energy, and the Aboleth just look at the bright light, swirl, and dodge the radiant energy.
Hopefully, you can do that every turn, right? No
That's-
big dirty.
That's an ability, so yeah.
Holy crap!
Welcome to Rivals.
Well then.
Lucky's your friend. So, we're now going back to Squish Squash at the top of the round. Bricks, you're on deck.
You're muted, I think.
Yeah. If I move here, am I able to do a cone of cold where I hit the aboleth and the crab, but no one else? Because it won't let me turn the thingy around.
If you click on the template, the one right under your character, the measurement
one?
control,
Under my character?
on the left side on the foundry, there is the token control, and then under, there is the measurement control.
Oh, okay.
But
You
there's a
click there?
cone already here. Just
Yeah, it
just
doesn't let me
click this
turn it.
and mouse wheel it while you're on top.
Nope, it just
No,
zooms
you
me
had
in
to
and
go
out.
to measurement control. Good, they had a measurement control. So if you click on the measurement control
Okay.
and you hold control and spinning it,
So that's 60
Hey.
feet, and then hold
Oh.
control? No,
no,
control does
you-
not. Ah! Damn it.
oh wait, let me remove the other one.
Yeah. But yeah, if I hold control, it does not let me... Oh, what is happening? I don't know what I did wrong. I did something. Okay. So, I make a... Okay, here we go. Aha! So, yeah, I should be able to do that.
Yep.
But on top of me, so I would move... Oh, that. So I would move here instead. Like that, right? And I could do that.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. So both of them have a con save.
So Scuttling. Nope.
50 cold
Aboleth?
damage. And 50 cold damage.
Wait! I have a D4. And I succeed, so half.
25 cold damage. And
But-
then
The little guy is not dead, but real close to it.
it has over 50 health. Holy shit. I'm going to use a sorcery point to allow myself to cast Firebolt.
All right.
How far from this guy am I? Oh yeah, 10 feet. So I'll use my sorcery point to cast Firebolt on that little dude.
All right.
'cause I'm
You have
10 feet from
advantage.
him. Yes.
17 just hits.
Yeah, 17 for half of 13.
Yes. Still up, but really not strong, that little creature. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Then at the end of your turn, I use a legendary action to use a tail swipe on Brix the Magnificent.
I don't like this.
For 16 to hit.
That hits.
For 20 bludgeoning damage. So while it was spinning, dodging the radiant energy, you just see his tail crushing while the ice is covering half of its body. I told you, fiends, followers of Asmodeus, don't have a place here. And Brix, back to you.
Yeah. What's the range on this again? Oh, the range is perfect. So, I'm going to bonus action disengage to put some distance. Go. 1, 2. Ugh.
Nom nom. No.
Please no num num. I would like to not get num num.
No, don't worry. The Aboleth doesn't have Sentinel.
Well, it's okay, because the Aboleth's gonna hopefully eat shit. Enervation.
Oh shit. Oh, 11 damage. Reach out when you touching a creature to the 8 can you, and until the spell ends, you can use your action on each of your turn to automatically deal. Spell ends if your action to do anything else. If the target's okay. So here, dexterity save.
Nice save, bro.
Can I use a floating? There's no floating.
We've all been there to, get that sweet, sweet 0.
So 11 necrotic damage, and from now on, you see, what does it look like? The innervation that you threw.
So basically, it literally looks like. It almost looks like ink. It's these little black tentacles that reach out from Brix's body and just latch on the Aboleth. And there's just kind of a purple shimmer as they're taking its energy. And thank you, I'm going to take 5 health back there.
Yes, because you heal back those fuckers.
I do.
Perfect.
And I'm going to take 1. I can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to stay there.
All right. As a legendary action, since you're 10 feet away from me, I will use my tail swipe. Again.
That's gonna hurt again.
So the tentacle just stuck to it. It's like, no, you won't take the energy that God gave me for your whole mistress.
Go to hell.
Literally. So, we'll now follow up with Timber. Elixion, you're on deck with Andrus.
Concentration check for bricks. That's gonna change what
Is
I
that
do.
there's a concentration check. Let me get that done.
True.
Because both my plans would basically screw up with what you did. So let's see if it's still up.
Saving throw. Nope, it's gone.
Oh, good. I can keep my original plan then.
That's sad.
The lightning bolt will disappear. I will concentrate, and a giant vortex appears behind the Aboleth. Well, let's be fair. I don't think I can see behind it.
No, with the size of this creature,
You control any freestanding water inside an area. You choose from any.
Technically,
I don't need to see. I think
it is large. It would be in. Let me just see the description. Large. It would be around.
Okay, I don't need to
no,
see.
it would be. Okay, you don't need to see. Perfect.
I don't need to see. I will cast Control Water, choosing Whirlpool. It has to do a athletics check. Yeah, I thought the template would show up though.
Any creature is pulled 10 feet towards it, so it's right now.
If it fails,
automatically.
no.
No, at the
Sure.
beginning it is when the vortex happens, it is pulled automatically 10 feet. See, if you want to swim away, now you have to make the save.
Something like this.
So 1,
No, not with bricks.
1, 2 towards the middle of the vortex. What sorcery is this?
And I'll let that spin, and then I'll let the spin cycle a little bit, and wash and clean. And bonus action, I'll look quickly at Andy and say, "Need a lift?" it's taking too long.
I'm like not. He's like not sure what that.
Actually, no. I'm gonna try and pull it for
implies.
you because it's gonna hurt you otherwise. So if you don't
Yeah,
resist,
he's like, uh.
I'll move closer to Bricks, and if Andy lets me, I'll move Andy here.
Yeah, he's like, it's okay. I trust you.
And this guy needs to do a tech save. He takes 4. And I'll use my movement to go around Andy, and I'm really focusing on the opening because I said I would close it.
Yep.
That's my turn.
All right. So that would be now the aboleth's turn.
So it needs to do a strength saving throw at the start of its turn.
It's strength save or athletic?
No, it's strength. It's a strength saving throw. When a creature enters the vortex for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a strength saving throw. It was athletics to save the first time.
Because I see, but I didn't do anything the first time. A creature can swim away. When a creature enters the vortex for the first time and starts its turn there, then I make a strength saving throw. Okay.
Oh, okay, no. Yeah. He can. If he fails, he needs to take an action to do a athletics. But for now, it's a strength saving throw to see if he's stuck. He's not.
He's not.
He's fine.
Jeez.
So
Get
he.
the fuck out.
How are you rolling so many natural 20s?
He takes half of this,
Okay.
and he isn't caught. So
Want to buy natural 20 for us. Sheesh.
He's going in melee here. Getting out of that fucking vortex. And he will see first. Not recharged. I'm not lucky on these checks, and these are the ones that are supposed to save my ass. So, tentacle on Andy.
Well then.
Mm-hmm.
So tentacle on Andy. So it's not
Yeah.
grappled. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And and another tentacle for Timber. 13.
it hits, yeah.
So 15 bludgeoning and 3 psychic. Do
That's
you still have
9?
concentration? Yep.
Yeah.
And just for you to know, while underwater, the aboleth is surrounded by the cloud of sticky mucus. A creature that touches the aboleth or hits with a melee attack while within 5 feet of it, DC 14 saving throw, or being restrained until the end of the aboleth's next turn. I don't know if the mucus cloud applies if the creature touch you, but I
No.
don't think so. It's just for melee to be like. All right. So that was the aboleth's turn. Yes, it was. So, yes, next will be Handy.
So Andrus, to respond to what Mr. Aboleth said, he's just gonna go like, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know any Crustaceus, but you're going back in there, and he's just gonna bonk Mr. Aboleth.
Bonk Mr. Aboleth, then.
Yep, I know. I will assume that once we're there. 26 to hit.
26, yes.
So 9 bonking damage. I will make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Yes, please. God damn. With that bless going on.
32. And then, yeah, I'm pushing it back right now since this one hit.
So it's getting back into the vortex. Let me check
Yeah.
the wording.
Oh, it's the first time on its turn, so he already was. So next turn.
True.
It's something. And then Andy's just gonna follow. And as he does, he's kind of like inhales, steals himself, braces himself, and as a bonus action, he's gonna bonk, and then as a bonus action, second wind.
Ooh, healing. Nice.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Wait, it is a new turn. It's a full round, but this is a new turn.
I'm gonna retcon that. I'm gonna use my bonus action to manifest.
So I
it,
think it
though.
must make the saving throw now.
I think so.
Because this is a new turn, yeah. I keep confusing round and turn.
So
It's
yes.
fine. But
No.
he takes half still, which is 4. Bludgeoning.
This is attack number 2.
Applied. Attack number 2.
25.
No!
And then unleash incarnation, motherfucker. Another attack.
So you, instead of healing, you manifest your echo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
26. Well, that hits for 13. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Gosh, that's a lot of damage going in. And it's not even resistant.
All right.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, was that your turn now?
Yeah, and also, because does the mucus cloud thing because my echo took attacks, would I make saving throws using my echo?
Oh.
It has my stats, so.
Yes, it would have.
Okay.
But I think we ruled that your echo could not be restrained by anything.
Oh, because it's a magical object. Let me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. For now, we rule it that way. We'll check out for next time.
It has immunity to all conditions.
So yeah, so it does not suffer from the restraint anyway.
Okay, cool. Well, that works out then.
Yep. So, Scuttling Serpent Maw. Well, no, at the end of your turn, legendary action, he is slapping you to the face, but the original, not the.
Okay. Okay.
You have the reach, and he will do so. Natural one.
It's about damn time.
Yeah. Balance.
And you rolled
I
double
mean,
ones on
yeah,
damage, by the way.
Tricky. Yeah, you rolled double ones on damage.
So, Scuttling Serpent Maw here will go to the target that is everyone's badly injured. It will go up to Bricks and try to bite.
Ha ha!
But Claw
Ha ha! Oh.
so it's just like and you're getting the hand of it, getting cocky a bit, and then claw straight to the bid.
That sounds like Bricks pretty accurately. Ha ha ha!
And the other Serpent Maw will attack the Dermot right in front of him. But now there's no one alive, so there's no more advantage, so it doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. So did you just see the Serpent Maw just like, okay, I'm getting ahead of this. Okay. And now it's Dermot's turn, as he will try to guacamole with his Warhammer. Does not hit. But he will try again and do the Searing Wrath at disadvantage. Oh! Natural 1 also happens for NPCs, it seems. So, it will now be back to Squish Squash.
Squish Squash is gonna walk down a little and be like, "Okay, Dermot. Sorry if this hurts you." And I'm gonna try to aim properly. Where is it? Where?
Saying that to the guy who is badly injured.
It shouldn't. Oh, god damn it. Damn it, it didn't let me turn it. But I want to hit it so it hits the crab. Like, I'll position myself so I can hit the crab and... what's his face? The aboleth.
It's gonna be a long way.
Turn around.
I'm making
Every
my
night and day.
way. I'm making my
This is
way
chaos.
towards the
They're all just singing
aboleth's
different-
face, and also with the little crab. I'm making
Yeah.
my way.
I might not have had to move for it, but... okay, yeah. Perfect.
All
yeah.
right.
Wow, that rolled so shitty. So many ones.
And are you still a blue dragon?
No. Oh shit, everyone should have taken 4 more damage from my cold.
So the little thing suffers, but even with even half, this creature is dead.
But yeah, from my cone of cold, it should have been 54.
The aboleth having a -1 will fail.
And you could take the... yeah, he saved on it, right? So it would have been an extra 2, so it's whatever.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend my sorcery points to cast Firebolt. Where is it? On the aboleth.
Yes, because the other little guy is dead anyway.
And he's within 5 feet of someone.
Advantage?
Non-natural 20, so he takes 6 extra fire damage.
So here. All right. Is that your turn, Squish?
Yes.
All right. So Brix, back to you. You see that the aboleth is near death, but you have a little serpent maw right above you that is going into your intestine and your stomach, pulling out stuff.
Yes, unless I bonus action disengage and go 1, 2, 3, 4. But alright, I'm out of spell slots, aren't I? I am totally out of spell slots, which means it's gonna be Eldritch Blast on the aboleth.
On the aboleth?
Yes,
16. 16 does not hit. Do you want to use your D4?
I am gonna use my D4. Go ahead, come on. 19.
19 hits for the 5 force damage.
And my second blast. Ah! It was so close to the 18. Oh, that one just doesn't hit. That's.
But the other one run right next to it. So, that would be your turn, I think.
Yes, I need someone to kill secure this aboleth. Let's go.
And now we're going with Thimba. Alexian the aboleth, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna try and kill it. I'm
Go,
gonna
Kimber. I believe in you.
cast a
Oh,
third...
sorry. I forgot something. End
Like,
of Brick's
yeah.
turn. Legendary action. Smashing Andy.
Okay.
The real Andy?
The real Andy. 20
Yeah, he hits.
for 12 bludgeoning damage. Now it's Timber's turn.
How dead is he? Near death for him could be 30 HP. Okay, I'll my friends are hurt. I'm gonna cast a third lightning ray and use my last
Sorcery point.
sorcery point. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So
Come
only
on,
2 hits, I think.
Gilsepir.
So the second one hits. And with the third one, Timber, how do you want to do this?
Oh yeah!
Gilsepir!
I think Timber takes his snaky staff, and out of the snake heads, the lightning splits and goes around Alexian all the way through its body at the back, and then just courses like in reverse into its mouth. Like it goes as if he's swallowing all the lightning, and then, whatever damage internally that does.
And you just see the lightning, as described by Timber, going straight his mouth like, no! And he's getting pulled back as his body strength leaving into the vortex, swooping in back inside.
Yeah, tell Crustaceous to hi.
Cyanine, Avendra, Caroline, I failed you. I'm sorry.
You did
And
bad and you should feel bad.
with everyone after, there's still one thing in the combat tracker.
Yeah.
Andy, you can take care of it
Little
if you
crab.
want. The little crabby.
Andy smash.
And he's just gonna be like, echo, smash,
Oh.
and send the echo
I'll
after it.
flame seed it for 4 too.
Okay, cool.
And Andy is also gonna second wind this time for good.
Okay.
So I regain 14.
So did you bunk with the mole? I don't see the mole.
And yeah, my echo's gonna bunk this crab with the maul. 21
Hits. You can
for
bunk another
8.
time.
Another bunk. That hits. 25 for 12 bunk.
It is really near death.
Might as well finish it, and I'm gonna use Unleash Incarnation once more. The third time.
Go and slam it. Ah. Do you want to use your... Nah, even with the D4, it doesn't change anything. His
it's
AC is 17.
Yeah, and I still
But-
have 1 luck point, but I'll keep it.
Good thing. Because the day is not done.
Yep.
And that would be it. Now it would be its turn, I think.
Does it want to go right here, like in this square, right here?
With the injuries and all of his pack dead, it's just crawling away. And if
I'm gonna
you
take an
leave
attack
him-
of opportunity from
Oh,
my echoes.
It's true, you can
space.
do. You can do so.
Yep. It's 19.
And it
I think-
kills.
Yeah.
So everything is dead. And with all that, with this long combat, but you were effective against these 4 serpent moths and the aboleth at the same time.
Damn. Okay, that would. Suddenly, next monster.
It's
what?
not its final form.
I would cry.
You succeeded on defeating Elixion, the aboleth. And we will leave on this tonight, right before all creatures around you seems to be. You see the force field still up.
Seem to be dead. Seem.
It's the seam. The seam is always. Oof.
Looking around, no other threats coming. Everything should be safe for now. So we'll do our little round table of the appreciation of the game. Mother Bowen should be with us because she was now in Germany. You know what? So for she's now deeply sleeping or waking up, depending on what she's doing. So let's start with our bricks, or magnificent, without spell slot anymore.
I mean, look, I'm a warlock. Spell slots, there's 2 of them. I can do two cool moves, and then it's just gonna be Eldritch Blast 90% of the time.
It's fine. You'll get 3 at some
So
point.
3 cool moves. But cool game. I got to throw my big ass innervation, which I hadn't gotten to use yet. Also, Harry, please, Harry, come on.
Yeah, he's kind of mad.
That's what happens. You said his name.
Jeez.
But yes, it was nice to get back into the swing of things. A little slow at the beginning as I was like, what the fuck is going on? But it's all good now. I'm with him. I'm with all of you.
Yes, back up with Dermot, that is reading have some bit of regret for his life choices right now.
So, Fiend, Asmodeus.
Crustaceous.
Crustaceans.
Yeah, they're okay.
So we'll follow up with our Squish Squash, with the throwing the cone of cold and all the big shits.
Yeah. I do big things sometimes. It was cool. It was cool to play with my spells.
Yeah, testing your new level, all of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
All right. And follow up with our Hembo. Barbarian partner.
Yeah, fun little stressful combat session there. I wasn't able to use my level 9 feat yet though, since I succeeded all my saving throws tonight. So
True.
yeah, but yeah, no, it's always fun to like kind of like figure out what I want to do with my echoes and shit. It does rely on positioning a lot, so like as things move around, sometimes I have to like replan my strategies, which is why I'm always so stressed when it's my turn. But yeah, fun as always. Great to have Bricks back as well, and
Hopefully
looking
we'll have a
forward
full
to the
crew
next one.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's right. In 2 weeks, I might be very tanned.
True. Vacations. And we'll end up with our Timber.
Hey, it was fun to, play around with the old crew, Dermot at least. And it's very hard to plug a wall of stone, y'all. All I wanted to do was block this with a wall of stone. That's all I ever wished.
Would have worked.
Yeah. I tried.
That's kind of why I was trying to shove back the fucking aboleth.
I know,
but,
you tried.
know.
I appreciate it. It's okay. Maybe I'll get my moment of glory later in the
It's
campaign.
like, come on, go get back in there.
I take a lot of circumstantial spells with Timber, so sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
It's either a moment of glory or nothing happens.
Yeah.
So, well, on my side, really, now the freaking aboleth is clear. You can maybe like be less stressed about exploring this place. Well, even there's really deadly stuff in there. So, the Netherdeep, well, it's Kelmoro is not gentle with the strangers. But as you can see now in chat, you can see the Oddities D&D streaming on Sundays at 7 EST. Where you can see these amazing people playing a story in Taldore. Any emotional damage that's coming up for you next?
No, we're pretty much just vibing at a carnival in Western right now.
Well, there could be.
There could
We
be,
don't
yeah.
know.
It's thrown by cultists who like mass sacrifice people.
Some
but,
of them
you
are
know,
good. Some of them are evil. We don't
It's
know
fine.
which is which.
It's fine. I'm gonna do a drinking contest, and yeah, I got new armor as well.
Oh, the
Yay.
X blades.
Hex blades, yeah.
All right. So, with all these announcements, nothing much except that I'm setting up all my rendezvous with my players of Star Wars, and I finished 2 of the factions that I'm going to present my players for Exandria to see, because there's not only people interested in what happens in the Wildmount, only in Wildmount. There's Marquette, there's also Teldore, so who knows? We'll see. But for now, see you in 2 weeks for Call of the Netherdeep, where all these beautiful people will be back exploring the rest of Kalmoro, maybe going inside that freaking temple. Who knows? Getting a Rudim weapon and stuff. We'll see. So, let's see who we will raid tonight.
Who will we raid tonight? Who will we raid tonight? Who will we raid tonight?
Who's there tonight? We have Careful Cantrips, Burger, Felicia Day. Oh, D&D prep with Scarlet 64.
Ooh.
D&D prep, let's make some nasty gnoll traps for 2 TPK my players. Okay, I like it.
Wow.
So here. So let's join the raid. Thank you everybody for being with us tonight. We will be seeing you 2 weeks, and remember, always, may your fumbles become epic stories. And as the oddities says,
Have safe sex.
Your condom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all that sweet stuff.
Bye bye.